This one's very interesting and loud. A man flipping out over a screaming baby on a flight. First, watch and listen, and then we'll reflect.
A passenger loses his mind over a baby.
That child has been crying for 40 minutes. Lower that, and you can't put your finger about things like that. Calm the child down, please. I had headphones on. I was sleeping. Why is the baby yelling? I'm not screaming. You want me to scream? You want me to scream? Scream. Please stop the baby. Please. Bro, please. That child was a black baby. Be happening right now. I know you're not going there. You're not going there. I'm going there. Let's be rational. We are in a tin can with a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby.
Okay, so you're a man.
Did that pay extra to yell?
Okay.
No.
So,
Shut up.
no.
You're disturbing me now. I don't give a. You were sitting there watching that baby cry for 45 minutes.
Okay.
Didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Okay.
Who cried first? Who wore it best? Who wore a onesie and a diaper best? Listen, he said so much. Tin can, echo chamber. So there you have it. Here is how the situation ended. Watch.
He's refusing to get off the plane. So now we're all getting deplaned.
If you had said anything, we wouldn't be sitting on this flight with a kid crying for 45 minutes. It wasn't for 45.
No, that's it. You're not even worth it. Anybody's time.
He tried to plead his case that he had a right to yell because there was two adults with a crying baby, and he shouldn't have been disturbed. Well, that's probably not how his wife imagined their Florida getaway going.
I don't know if that's a comment you should make about the wife, because if that's her man, she knows him. She knows him well. If that is her man and they cohabitate, she knows him well. Southwest rep telling TMZ they wouldn't clarify when the flight happened, but they did tell them, quote, "We commend our crew for exhibiting outstanding professionalism while handling a challenging situation." You look at the passenger next to him, that woman with the migraine. "We offer our apologies to other customers on board who had to experience such unacceptable behavior." My only question, comment, whatever is, should we be more tolerant of big babies too? But I do feel, Francesca, as a mother of a tiny baby, you should be the one who's allowed to unpack all of this.
I mean, look, it's really tough. I just want to say, like, to this big baby's credit, I also think that it sucks to have a baby on a flight, right? I also think the person who suffers the most are the parents and that baby. And I know what you're thinking, but they have a right to fly and travel as well. Now, there have been, first of all, airlines could, if they truly wanted to, make it a more pleasant flying experience. They could actually have a separate section, i.e. first class or last class could be a separate area for babies that is a little bit bigger, a little bit more area to be in, right? Like, that would help everyone, because I'll tell you what, that guy might be so-called suffering, but the parents, again, are suffering far more. And of course, the baby, like, we don't even have to go there. So, but not only that, everyone else on the flight is suffering too. You think they like it? Then you're going to be as loud as the baby and everyone has to deplane. Oh my God, I would have been so mad. You want to see when I go full Karen, right? Like, that's when you're making me deplane because this guy had a freak out because of a baby. And now, and if, oh my God, and everywhere the parents, because just like, They have to redo that flight again. It's so, nobody wants to be in that situation. But it's just so funny, again, like, you live in a society, sir. Sorry. If you want to not deal with a screaming baby, I don't know, be rich enough to travel on a private plane, or let's lobby our government to build some effing railroads, like, it's just, anyway.
Yeah, no, I think you have a wonderful idea too about the separate section. They would perhaps need to soundproof it. I don't know, put up some kind of
Sure.
glass or plexi or something that could contain the screams of, in that case, it would be several babies. And then would you also put a big baby back there too? Who was having a meltdown?
He goes to the baby tank.
You got the baby tank. You have to kind of figure these things out. I don't know, and perhaps our crack staff here at Indisputable, because once it gets too loud, I can't figure out certain words, but I heard the big baby talking or telling someone to maybe choke on peanuts. Give me a thumbs up if that was said. I don't remember. And then he made the reference that if it were a black baby, things would be different. I don't know where to start with that. And I don't know if you do either.
I mean, like, good on you, bro, to try and grab at straws, I guess. Like, since you clearly are indefensibly being angry right now, and screaming as loud as this baby is, like, I guess you can do that. But, like, rarely do I say that race is being weaponized unjustly and in bad faith. That is definitely example of when race and racism is being weaponized in bad faith. No, that's not going to save you here. And yeah, if you're listening as a podcast, the gentleman is black. And so then bringing race into this, they're like, come on, man.
Yeah. And I don't know. I thought of something else. Perhaps they could come up with a baby-free flights, but then that opens a whole nother can of worms. Are they going to be more expensive? And if you can't fly between these hours and all the other things that parents, but I agree with you. As a mother traveling with an infant who did a lot of things, including pulling, they'd stand up on your lap, they'd pull the woman's hair front. Okay. Thank God nothing came off. In this case, it was attached to her head. Okay. It was not a lace front, but they could have been. And I'm just mortified because I cannot get you to quiet down and keep your hands to yourself. So I feel for everyone involved here. The big baby perhaps needs pop something in your mouth before you go.
Yeah.
Not a bottle, but something that calms the nerves.